So this will be a rant video. Just things on my mind and things I'm trying to placate, and also trying to explain some things and also placate myself. Uh, One, I knew I was a chosen of God before I even knew there was this chosen Olympics thing. This was a very recent development. Like, I didn't know there was a whole game of life and death played on this concept. And maybe that's why I never told anybody about who I was and what I was here for, because I'm not here to please anybody. I'm here on a mission. And here are thoughts on, I don't know, maybe your guys' view on the chosen one and mine are different because I actually lived it. And so I can hear you and I can take everything you say and internalize it and compartmentalize it and use it for later when I need to go. But there's a reason I was apprehensive about blasting this on the internet. But now that I realized there's a specific job for me to do, I'm doing exactly that. I'm calling people out. Um, if God's house isn't in order, uh, it's my job and my duty to help assist that. Um, I don't deal in false and toxic positivity. I don't do that, and I don't do these two-way standards where if I have a bad day, I'm no longer chosen. Like, fuck that, dude. It's like, I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I knew what I was about before I even got like thrown into the arena, right? And fuck, I could be just fine, and I was just fine. Um, I asked for a favor to get unfucked because I needed radical honesty and accountability. And so far, I feel like I have been radically honest and accountable. Um, but what I'm noticing is there's a certain group of people, um, toxic karmics, as you guys call them, that it doesn't matter. If I was to come in on my darkest dark and be on my bullshit, you guys would hate me because I was doing these dastardly deeds. But I'm finding out you're going to hate me either way because that's just what you're resonating in. And so I'm not going to back down on truth. I'll try to be more personable, but some things, they just need a little bit of emotion behind them. And when it involves family matters, I'm not going to sit here and put on a smile when I'm not fucking happy. I'm not happy with the way the system allowed not just me, but several, so many people have a similar story. How this system was built to split families up. And if me being chosen by God means I have to step off the internet, I know there's good people with good messages and good hearts out here, but this is about self-preservation. And I know the people that I want to listen to every day. I've taken note, but I'm not going to keep playing these games. Okay, where I speak up some injustice that a lot of people are thinking, but don't have the balls to say it, and I say it, and then I get all these fingers. Like, well, that's cool, and I'm okay with it, but like, I'm not really okay with the way I have to give parables to people I thought were grown adults or people I used to look up to. When they say one thing on camera and they turn around and do completely opposite things, the truth has a scent and a signature. And I will keep showing up as I'm called to deliver messages for the ones that it resonates with. But I will say I cannot or will not condone or give you a blessing of paternal parenthood. If you're trying to have a child and you're still in that toxic bullshit, I'm not giving you my blessing. Because the whole point is to try and build something better for our children. And so on and so forth. And then I guess when it comes down to it, My loyalty has gotten me in more trouble than anything else in my life. Any of my actions, my loyalty to bad people and people with ill intent and evil design has been what has held me back. And I'm cutting all ties to things that no longer serve me. There are still some people out here that deliver messages that are beneficial, but I guess anybody can start a YouTube account and say whatever they want or pull whatever cards they want. So it kind of leaves it open-ended. Like, is that really truth, or are people just being paid to say things, right? Like, I don't really know. I don't really care. But what I resonate with, I know I resonate with. And sure, maybe I'm a little bit arrogant sometimes, but I picked a direction and I'm sticking with it, okay? It's not really arrogance. It's a surety that if I don't say things or do things in a certain way, it won't be heard and it'll be lost. And so I'm setting my boundaries here where I won't serve anybody who is just going to twist my shit up like a pretzel. I will serve myself. And in doing so, I will share my experience so that you can get a clue that abundance is up to you. Going out and making it happen is up to you. And I guess when people mislead people on the internet and there's no consequences, and I get put into a leadership position and I see where things are being taken advantage of, I'm going to fucking say something. I don't care who you are, what your status is. If I feel pressed to say it, I will say it. Because speaking for others who haven't found the gall to speak up for themselves, keeping people on the line with half-truths and ill intent has gone on too far. Too many people have actually literally died for the stupid fucking Chosen One's Hunger Games, okay? And I don't have anything to justify to anybody, because I'm going to stand in my truth. I'm going to protect my people. And if that means taking what I know about this little game to a higher circuit so people can get their karma, that may just be what I have to do. That's between me and God. But I'm going to focus on getting my house right and aligning with things that don't make me have to second guess my core beliefs. And I guess catfish isn't even that good tasting, so why would I fucking keep playing, right? Like, anyone can say anything online. It's my job to point out for everybody what patterns to look for, how to catch the sideliners that you wouldn't catch normally, the ones pulling the strings from back in the back. Yeah, you want to know how I do it? I've got intel. I've been on the job for 20 years. Plus, I have psychic intuition and gifts from God. I don't know what else you want from me. And sure, you might think I have an attitude, but like, honestly, I see people trying to get this power position, but I don't see them doing it for the reasons of actually fixing things for a longer, more self-sustained, happier future for our species. I'm going to say a lot of things that piss you off, but like, maybe it's not me in a low vibration. Maybe it's me in some real shit, right? Okay, yeah, there's the 3D world and there's the 5D world, but it was never pressed upon me by God to have to share everything with everybody who does nothing but tear it apart and use it for their own gain. That's not in the contract. What is in the contract is to call out bullshit. I've already taken my things to God, and I don't know if people are waiting for some sort of accountability or confession publicly. Well, you first, because I've already taken my shit to God. I've already sat with it. But I'm not going to take the bait from people who are sitting here trying to worm something out of me when they're living a double life. I'm just not going to do it. And just my advice, maybe instead of making it your life to ruin somebody else's life, look in the mirror and ask yourself, what part did I play in all of this? And if it doesn't resonate with your highest timeline, maybe you start there instead of trying to put everything on somebody else who's literally doing their damn best to show up and keep showing up and share authentically. But I don't have to do this. There's no money, there's no contract, there's no written piece of paper saying I have to give anybody anything. Yeah, and this is going to sting a little bit. But I was perfectly content doing my thing. Now that I've Yes, and this system has been helpful because it's exposed a lot of truths. However, it comes to a point where you're beating a dead horse. I know some people are listening, but they'll the ones that are listening probably already are on a good path, and they want a more sustained future. And I'm not taking any bait from low vibing, catfishing, human trafficking, sex trafficking people. If you're into that shit, you're not on my fucking team. Yes, there's teams. There's no more waiting. The 90-day period started in fucking April, and it's been well over 90 days. No more chances, no more excuses. I already waited. Me waiting only gives the opportunists time to think up another plan to come at me. I'm not fucking doing that anymore. So, here we all are. I'll post videos when I feel pressed, but in the meantime, I'm going to be working real local and making an impact in the 3D where I can physically talk to people, because I get so much more done in the real world than I do on this fucking shitbox here. Just, you guys see a 2-dimensional version of a 5-dimensional being, and then you extrapolate data and info however you want for your gain and benefit. But I'm ready to shut this fucking whole system down and get every law enforcement agency involved if you guys keep leading people astray to their deaths. There's got to be a better way to teach people. Okay? Trauma only lasts and only works for the person controlling it, right? Everybody else is just saying they're happy, but they're really not. The ones that are traumatized by these kingpins and these leaders, that's going to need to change. Yes, I know. People say mind your own business, but you know what? Like, I don't live a normal life, do I? I didn't choose to be elected into your little arena here so that you guys could feel better about yourselves. No. I choose to show up every day and share honestly and authentically in hopes that one day you have the courage enough to talk about your experience, your life, instead of telling someone else how to live theirs. Okay? See, we're on two different stories. We're on two different lines of time. And if you want to resonate, or I don't know, if you want the opportunity to fix things in your life, I guess it starts with you. Me, I'm making the moves I need to make, and some of these moves will be made in silence. I've given you guys enough warnings. Everybody's been warned and warned and warned, and I will deliver, but not in the way you think. So if you're still into that bullshit, if you're still defending that bullshit, you have been marked. I'm not going to apologize for that. I hope the rest of your night goes well.